Ready?
Let's do it. What's up, witches?
What's up? I'm Linda,
And I'm John.
and this is Getting Witchy. And what we
And
got going on today, Brain?
oh, I saw a freaking video. I meant to tell you guys at break.
Mm.
This woman comes on. She's like, so, and she was an older woman, much like myself. Well, not. Oh, I'm an older man. Never mind. Oh my god. Can we start over? No. So probably in her late 50s. She's like, does anybody know if Pinky and the Brain are still trying to take over the world? And she said, because, you know, I really don't, I'd like to hear what Brain has to say and his ideas. For that matter, at this point, I'd like to hear what Pinky thinks. And I just thought that was freaking hilarious. Anyway,
Well, I actually saw a post somewhere, and I can't remember where it was, but that they made the case quite convincingly that it's actually Pinky that's the genius.
oh yeah, I've seen that before too. Yeah. Yeah. Brain is just, yeah. Anyway, so
Brain kind of reminds me of Frasier.
mm, pompous ass. Yeah. Um, but funny at the same time. So, as we said, we are going to be doing Texas and the Appalachian cryptids. Um, I have half of the Appalachian cryptids ready. Um, she's still slacking on the Texas ones. So
Yeah, I
we're
got a
gonna
little
we
distracted by a personal project, so
we're yeah making a cookbook.
I don't know if they watch this.
We don't know. They don't know what the woman.
Okay.
You're making a cookbook for yourself. Now they know.
Well, or not.
Anyway, so we're going to do part one of the Appalachian cryptids. Now, the Appalachians is a mountain range in like a dozen states. And I was actually interestingly something came across because I have a weird algorithm.
Yes.
Something came across, hey Jack, my feed that geologists did a study, and basically when the continents were together,
Oh, Pangea. Okay.
um, the Appalachians were part of the Scotland
Mountain range.
Highlands.
Oh.
So
Oh.
they're like if you were to push them together, they would match almost perfectly, which
Oh.
I found interesting, and made me think maybe we should do a Scottish cryptids.
Okay.
But anyway, so the Appalachians cross 17 states, actually, from Alabama to Maine, including some parts of southern eastern Canada. It's generally divided into three regions, of course, because they got to do north, mid, and south. But Maine, New Hampshire, Vermont, Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New York are the northern. New York, Pennsylvania. New York's in there twice. Well, yeah, because so it'd be a top half of New York
Oh,
because it's
is
got a
that one
weird.
supposed to be New Jersey, maybe?
Because the Mothman is in New Jersey too. Maybe it is, and that was a typo that I didn't catch. Anyway, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and Ohio, which I didn't realize it goes all the way to freaking Ohio, and I've driven through Ohio and went to not Knott's Berry Farms. That's California. Um, is it Kings Island?
I don't know. I've
Or
never been
there's
to
a
Ohio.
major theme park there, and you know me with roller coasters.
Mm.
So, um, and then the southern half was West Virginia, Virginia, Kentucky, Tennessee, North Carolina, South Carolina, Georgia, and Alabama. So, shall we begin? We're going to start with the probably the most widely known or heard of cryptid, the Mothman. The state of West Virginia has had its fair share of strange and often unexplainable sightings. Now, caveat. Some of these cryptids are also tied to aliens.
Yes.
Or alien encounters or alien sightings, UFO sightings. So, there is something called a Flatwoods Monster in 1952 and the Indrid Cold in 1966. These are different cryptids that we'll be talking about, but all in the same area as the Mothman. So a sleepy little town called Point Pleasant hasn't been the same since the initial sighting.
Correct.
In apparently a cold autumn night in 1966. And we'll get into more of that in a moment. But today, Mothman is one of the most well-known cryptids in the world, made famous partly by John Keel's 1975 book, which was later adapted to a film in 2002, The Mothman Prophecies.
Right. Starring Richard Gere.
Yeah. Mothman was also apparently hunted on the reality TV show Mountain Monsters, which aired on the cable network Destination America in 2013. It was season 1, episode 5, for those that might want to. That was actually an interesting show. They had, I mean, of course, it's just like Josh Gates. Love the dude. Josh Gates and his, what is that called? Destination Unknown.
Yes.
Yes. Where they search for different mythical or supposedly historic things and generally don't find them. But they did go to that doll island in Japan, and that was creepy as fuck.
That was creepy as fuck.
If you don't search, Google Doll Island of Japan, and the story is creepy. Anyway, so from the info that we found, it later moved over to the Travel Channel. So that's where you're going to find these episodes now, since apparently Destination America is no more. Exist. Yeah. Anyway, so the first Mothman sighting was printed in the local newspapers in Scarberry and Malay, I'm not sure how it's pronounced, which took place. Jesus Christ, it's not freaking responding.
No, it was the Scarberry and Millette sighting. It was two couples that were out.
Oh, that's right.
And they happened to see it at the same time.
Gotcha. That's right. So anyway, back to where I totally lost.
November 15th of 1966 in the TNT area near Point Pleasant, West Virginia is where this happened.
We'll explain TNT in a minute.
The very first sighting of the Mothman that's documented. Because I mean,
the very first, it could have happened prior.
Could have happened prior, just nobody.
But the natives don't. The indigenous, not natives, the indigenous. I don't know if they have. Well, actually, I think Mothman they do have. Anyway, so the TNT area is a local nickname for a 3,655 acre former World War II munitions complex. So, chemicals and explosives. Known officially today as the McClintock, not McClintock for those in Arizona, the McClintock wildlife management area. Some speculate that there was more going on in this munitions facility than just building munitions.
Isn't there always?
But there's been no release of information, and well, it's been 50 years, so there should be an automatic anyway. So the Mothman was described as a bipedal humanoid. God damn it, this freaking thing. Sorry, guys. Where did? Okay. It jumped like a full page and it took me a minute. Sorry, guys. A bipedal humanoid with wings, leathery wings, like a bat, which I bet is where they got the concept for what was that horror flick? Where if he needed eyes, he took your eyes.
Oh, Jeepers Creepers?
Yes. I saw the first one. I refused to watch any of the others.
I actually haven't seen any.
That was fucking creepy. Anyway, and light gray skin. That's when it was given the name Mothman by the press. And then 13 months of strange experiences and reports continued. As we stated, on the cold night of November 15th, 1966, in the TNT area, two young couples first encountered the bizarre winged creature. Roger and Linda Scarberry were driving with their two friends, Steve and Mary Millett, or Millay, through the area around midnight when they noticed two large glowing red eyes in the darkness beside the old North Power Plant. I'm just reading what the story. I don't know where the old North Power Plant is. They soon learned that these eyes belonged to something that looked humanoid, about 6 to 7 feet tall, with wings folded against its back. They fled and then stopped right at the edge of town, apparently, and then talked about what they were going to do.
Like, why wouldn't you just go all the way into town and stop at a gas station or something?
We're talking about, I think, 19 to 20-year-olds. So still kind of,
so the
no offense,
but
the still kind of
going to get killed first
not
in the horror
logical. Movie. Yeah. The people that are going to get killed first in the horror movie. Sure enough, they decided to, before they went and reported anything, they were going to drive back and see if they could see it again. Well, they did. And then in one version, it mentioned that the thing charged at them and tried to jump on the top of the car, just like in Jeepers Creepers. But they, like, dude supposedly did a stunt movie move and was going in reverse at like 40 miles an hour and just did a changing gears and just went supposedly.
Well, I mean, cars were actually capable of that at that time.
Oh, so. Yeah. But anyway, so they went to a diner because there are no cell phones, and they called the sheriff and waited for the sheriff. The next day, the Point Pleasant register printed bird, plane, or Batman. Mason Countyans hunt Mothman. But then many others came forward with their own strange encounters. No injuries were reported that I could find. But then many others came forward. Well, I already said that, sorry. But then the sightings continued for over a year. And there were something like over 100 reported, like documented reported sightings.
Which is why I'm thinking that theirs was probably just the first documented, reported. Because other people may have seen it and just thought that they were tired or
Drunk,
crazy or
stoned, seeing things.
Yeah, you know, hey, I've been traveling for a long time. I didn't really see what I just saw.
So if you ever find yourself going to Point Pleasant for whatever reason, maybe doing a road trip, love road trips, of odd places on Main Street. And yes, just like every town, they have a Main Street. It's weird. Like every city, town, or
Main
whatever
Street,
I live,
USA.
there is
it's
a Main Street. So in Point Pleasant's Main Street, there in 2003, artist Bob Roach installed the Mothman statue. We are going to post what the plaque says.
Yes.
I'm not going to go over that now, but yeah, we're going to post that. I sent that to you, right?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
I just need to get that posted.
So that's the Mothman.
Now, one thing that I find interesting, because this...
But I think it is New Jersey, because Mothman goes all the way to New Jersey. There are reports in New Jersey too.
Okay.
But anyway.
But I saw the movie, The Mothman Prophecies.
Really?
And yes.
I didn't even.
And because I liked the movie so much, I actually tried to read the book, and I think I only got like halfway through before I...
Because it was just
couldn't
weird.
Anymore. It wasn't even weird. It was dry. But one of the things that comes across in both the movie and the book was that the sightings of the Mothman actually brought prophecies of bad things that were going to happen, not necessarily in Point Pleasant, but in elsewhere in the world. Like one of them was, I think, an earthquake in Ecuador, where a certain number of people were killed.
Really?
Yes.
That's an odd prophecy.
And it was the person who sighted the Mothman who had that vision of what was going to happen. So the fact that your research doesn't mention any of that.
No, didn't mention any of that.
I find kind of interesting.
Well, that's the...
So I don't know if he was just taking artistic license with his book, but...
Maybe. Yeah. So then we have the Flatwoods Monster, which we mentioned a moment ago.
Yes.
Also known as the Braxton County Monster, or Braxy by the locals.
Braxy,
yeah. Damn it. Sorry.
Braxy.
I got to move the mouse constantly. Anyway. Or the Frametown Monster, that was sighted in the forest of Flatwoods, West Virginia, and Frametown, West Virginia. Hence the different names, but it's believed to be the same creature and of extraterrestrial origin. You want to continue?
Okie. So the entity was initially reported as being 10 feet tall and 4 feet wide. It appeared to be some sort of robotic suit.
That wouldn't mean his... Never mind.
Assuming he had one.
True. I'll be right back.
But anyway, it was appeared to be some sort of robotic suit worn by an occupant of a spacecraft rather than an organic being. So it didn't appear to be humanoid. It was a robot looking thing. It had a cowl, kind of like Batman, in the shape of an ace of spades behind a red round head. Insert joke here.
But it looked like a robot.
Yes.
So in Sardinia, there are statues that they found that are thousands of years old that look like C-3PO.
Yes, there are.
So, yeah, Ancient Aliens. Don't know the episode. If you Google it, I'm sure you could find it.
Or you could probably just Google Sardinia.
Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
But anyway.
But that made me think of that.
Yes. Yes. Yes, there is that. Set in the head were two eyes described as portholes. Oh, that's because C3PO.
Mm-hmm.
Glowing green orange and the size of $50. Oh, so they're not really all that big.
Still $50. So
But
pretty big. That's bigger than my fucking eye.
well,
Anyway,
maybe bigger than that, but your actual eyeball is kind of probably
unless you
about that
poke
big.
it with a stick, then it's not that big. Anyway, moving on.
Uh,
The body was a metallic armored. You already read that.
no, I didn't.
Okay. Metallic armored structure lined with thick vertical pipes. Discrepancies exist in the actual color of the armor, some claiming it to be black, while others say it was green. The existence of arms is a. What was that?
I don't know. Oh, apparently I have
A notification.
yes. Okay. Oh, we have to check the we have something in the fridge that needs to be checked today that we're trying to grow.
Oh, the peach tree.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yes.
Okay. So anyway, most say the monster was armless, while others claim it possessed small toy-like arms, like supposedly T-Rex had. Supposedly. The sightings began again 1952.
Yeah, because what was going on in 1952?
A farmer reported seeing a UFO crash land in the hills. The Frametown monster, believed to be the same creature from the Flatwoods, bore similar pipe-like metallic armor from the waist down. From the waist up, however, it was reptilian. Here we go with the reptilians. In pop culture, the Flatwoods Monster appears as the final boss of the NES video game Amagon, Amagon, and the stage 2 boss of the video game Space Harrier 2. In the Wii U game, the wonderful 101, the character Gimme has a very striking resemblance to the Flatwoods Monster. Now, is this the one that was shaped like a?
Yes.
It looked like a stingray if you picked the stingray up.
Yeah.
Because they do have pictures and shit. If you search some of this stuff on Google, you will see some, and it looked like if you've ever seen somebody pick up a stingray and turn it around and see, like, it looks like a smiling face.
Oh, maybe that's the Smiling Man.
No, it was not the smiling. The Smiling Man is literally fucking nightmare material.
Well, I mean, I would think the humanoid robot with tiny arms and would be nightmare material.
You want to talk about Smiling Man?
Moving on to the Smiling Man.
Right after we do this, I hope you guys got your drinks because we're getting ours right now. To us. Oh, and to you. Sorry, I do that to her all the time.
Anyway.
Wow, that went down rough.
Yeah, it did.
Oof.
So the Smiling Man, also known as the Indrid Cold, that is supposedly his name, but commonly known as the Smiling Man. He's creepy, cryptid, allegedly humanoid. The nickname comes from his tendency to smile at almost everyone that encounters him. It's said that he still visits West Virginia to this day.
Also called the Grinning Man.
Yes. And is reported to be human-like in appearance, though he's commonly associated with UFO activity and is sometimes believed to be an alien. It's also theorized to be possible that he is connected with the reports of the Men in Black. So we'll save it for later. In the first sighting, he was described as being over 6 feet tall and wearing a reflective green suit with a black belt. So he's a Power Ranger?
Well, at least it wasn't a white suit.
He had a dark
Because if he
complexion.
was a Power Ranger, that
Mm,
would, you know how they.
yes. Yes.
Yeah.
He had a dark complexion and small beady eyes set far apart. He was described as not having any nose, ears, or hair.
Except some of the images showed him. I didn't see any images that showed him bald with no ears, like fucking Voldemort, and no nose. No nose, ears, or hair. That's
I mean,
Voldemort.
that's totally Voldemort
That's
right there.
Voldemort. That's the first thing when I read that I was like,
So
where are the
Voldemort.
seven Horcruxes?
In his second known encounter, his suit was said to be blue instead of green, but still retained its reflective property. Other than that, he was described as looking perfectly natural with slicked back hair, a coat with the top two buttons unbuttoned. That's very specific.
Mm.
And having pants lighter than the coat, but still the same material. So lighter color, same material. So like what one of the
Like blue and tan.
okay.
I don't know. I mean that people do that. They mix and match.
He was also described as being quite tan, though not dark, and looking like any normal human being. Oh, so he's from LA.
Wait a minute though. Looking like any other normal human being. No ears, no nose, no hair.
Well, this one says he had natural, that he looked perfectly natural with slicked back hair. So he's a used car salesman.
You almost made me snot. Oh, my sinuses kill me. Anyway,
tan.
Continue, please.
According to reports made by Woodrow Derenberger, Ingrid Cold, Smiley Man, came from a planet named Lanulos in the Ganymedes galaxy, and there were two other grinning men by the names of Demo Hassan and Carl Ardo. So apparently there's three of them. Indrid Cold was first seen on October 16th, 1966, and then again on November 2nd of 1966 in Parkersburg, West Virginia, around the same area and time as the Mothman came about. Because that's not
suspect at all.
Right.
One could be a greeting people appearance. The other could be a feeding on people appearance.
Ooh.
I'm not.
And there's three of them.
I'm speculating.
And there's three of them. So like two of them could be spotted at the same time, and nobody would be the wiser.
Right.
But anyway, during the same period in Point Pleasant, West Virginia, the Lilly family had been reporting poltergeist activity in their homes, such as diamond-shaped lights. The Lilly's daughter, Linda, no relation, was sleeping one night and awoke to see
really
a man standing over her. That's creepy in itself.
Yeah, man standing over her.
Yeah. She described it as it was a man, a big man, very broad. I couldn't see his face very well, but I could see that he was grinning at me. Because that's not the shit of nightmares.
Now, again, no reported injuries or attacks.
Right.
However, when we say smiling man or grinning man, this motherfucker, it was like the Joker. All right. The images that I saw almost looked like fucking anime.
That's right.
The grin came way back here and lots of fucking teeth. And a very like sharp chin. Like it was creepy as hell. Kind of reminded me, I don't know what movie it is, but I've seen lots of clips. There's monsters that go around a town that eat people, and not in the good way. Shut up. You guys shut up too. I hear you over there. No, they would like elongate like a snake elongates their jaw.
Yeah,
but they elongate their entire fucking head where their mouth is like that fucking big, and they just go whoop and pick you up and swallow you whole. Yeah, I don't know what movie that is. I know some of you have seen it. If anybody wants to give me the name of that movie, or show.
That's
weird.
That's so, the stuff on nightmares.
The next one.
This is all yours.
What's Desi's husband's name again?
Jeremy,
this is for you, buddy. Well, so was Mothman, but yeah. The sheep
Buckle
squatch.
Up, dude.
The sheep squatch. Jeremy. Yes, I said that correctly. The sheep squatch. Not a Sasquatch. The sheep squatch. Also known as the white thing. There's a dirty joke in there somewhere. I mean, brown thing would be a turd. Anyway, it's a woolly haired, hence the sheep part of the name, cryptid reported across numerous counties again with fucking West Virginia. West Virginia, but I mean there is a lot of anyway. Predominantly within the southwestern region of the state. The counties with the most sightings are Boone County, Kanawha, Putnam, excuse me, and Mason. Georgia's got a Mason County. Anyway, with a surge in sightings taking place in Boone County during the mid-1990s, even.
Oh.
So,
what's going on then?
It is described as being a quadruped.
So four-legged.
About the size of a bear. But what kind of bear? Grizzlies are like 12 fucking 100 pounds. Black bears are 800, but still just a deadly. So, but what kind of bear? But anyway, with entirely white wool-like fur, it has a long and pointed head, similar to a dog, but with long saber-like teeth.
So
a bear with a bat face and fangs. Or bat head and fangs.
Maybe it's a chimera.
It has a single set of horns, not dissimilar to those found on a goat. The images that I saw, well, the one I saw, it was standing up, but it still had hooves. And it had almost like Cronunos horns.
Oh.
They were deer. That the ones the images I saw were deer, not goat. Goat just has two.
So deer antlers, okay.
Okay. Its forelimbs and in paw-like hands, similar to a raccoon, so it has opposable thumbs. It runs on all fours, but it has opposable thumbs. Can someone say chimpanzee? Anyway, probably someone's pet that,
or a genetic experiment that escaped.
Now, its tail was long and hairless, like that of an opossum. Excuse me. It's reputed to smell like sulfur. So it smells like shit on fire.
Smells like a lit match.
With shit dumped on top of it, and then you lit a match to set it on fire. Which has been attributed through folklore to the beast being born within the TNT area in Mason County. Again, back to TNT.
The TNT area.
The TNT area is what was going on there? With sightings in 94, 95, 99, and
2015.
The myth has continued, and pulp culture has given us the sheep squatch featured in Destination America again in the series Monsters and Mysteries in America, where it was encountered by a couple of hunters after it had killed their dogs the last time that the hunters went out. So the dogs probably went after what they saw and it fucking wiped them out. And
Well,
then
it's
they
gonna
went
defend
back.
itself.
Of course. I don't have any question with that. And then
Oh, the Wild Appalachia update to Bethesda's Fallout 76 added the sheep squatch as a new cryptid to encounter during a new side quest and event quest.
kind of like the what's the death claw in general Fallout folklore. But that's another thing. Bethesda, I paid over $100 for the advanced, and every time I logged in to play the game, the board was cleared, everything was dead, there was nothing for me to do, and I had players hunt me and kill me.
Oh, that's no fun.
Yeah, it was not fun at all. I played it 3 times, and all 3 times that happened, like, because when you spawn into the game, you don't have anything. You have to find everything. You might have like a basic fucking handgun or a knife, but they've scoured the fucking area and wipe you out with a fucking AK-47. It's like, that's not fun. Anyway,
this horrifying
bad
creature,
job, Bethesda.
Yes, bad job, Bethesda. Anyway, this horrifying creature has the ability to use quills on its back as weapons. Oh, so it's part porcupine. Okay. Along with a ram type headbutt attack, and is said to have lightly acidic urine.
So he headbutts you and then pisses on you and you lose a leg.
Assuming he doesn't just shoot you with his quills first.
All right, Jeremy, one more for you. The Tennessee Wildman. The origins of the Tennessee Wildman go back to the 1800s in McNairy County, Tennessee.
Oh, okay, sure. One of the stories is that a circus freak showman somehow captured the beast and put him on display in a cage to where everyone can see him for exploitation until it finally decided it was fed up and broke free. Now, the description of the Tennessee Wildman is similar in appearance to Sasquatch, but more human.
Less hair.
Less hair, yeah.
A little less hair, yeah.
He has been reported to have either dark gray hair or dark ginger hair.
It's almost like the images I saw was kind of like if you've ever seen pictures of Robin Williams without a shirt on. I mean, the dude was hairy. I love Robin Williams.
And he even joked about it.
I miss him. But dude was hairy.
He even joked about it.
So it's like
when he met Coco.
Yeah. Oh yeah. When he was talking about meeting the gorilla Coco.
Yes.
when a 2,000-pound gorilla has you by the nipple, you do what you're told.
Right.
Anyway.
So
we digress.
It was about 7 feet tall and always accompanied with piercing red eyes.
Again with the red eyes.
It's reported to have a disturbing war cry that frightens anyone that hears it and has a horrible smell that's reminiscent of the skunk ape. We talked about the skunk ape, right?
Yeah, we did Florida cryptids.
Yes. Okay. So, yeah. It's very aggressive, and some speculate that it could possibly be the origins of Sasquatch fighting for territorial reasons. However, like, we are actually going to discuss Sasquatch in Texas cryptids.
Mm-hmm.
So
Sasquatch is all over the fucking country.
It is, but we're going to put a pin in that one for right now.
All right.
The wild man also possesses great strength, agility, and speed. There have been many groups of men that have gone out hunting for the creature, but apparently every hunting trip ends the same. They either don't find anything
Yes.
or something traumatic happens.
Yeah, their dogs get killed.
One of them loses a limb.
Something happens.
The monster is known to have a strange targeting obsession with dogs and women.
So women for mating, dogs for food.
Man. Many women came out to say that the wild man had attempted to snatch them up and carry them away. And it is suspected, however, that these attempts were always unsuccessful. The latest known wild man sighting took place over 20 years ago near Elizabethton, Tennessee. A man known as Rob Williams, along with his cousin, went out on a night hike to Bee Cliffs through the rain. Why are you hiking in the freaking rain?
I hiked in the rain in Sedona. I didn't know it was going to rain when I went there.
Okay, fair enough. But anyway, through the rain, they noticed something strange in the forest. Everything had become completely still. That's always a bad sign.
Yeah, that's a bad sign. If you don't hear any creatures, something's up.
Run like the wind. The sound of
That's a good song.
Okay.
It's from the 70s.
Okay.
But anyway. Des knows. You know Des.
Yeah.
You know.
The sound of a snapping twig broke the silence, followed by a horrible, inhuman scream, unlike the hikers had ever heard.
Another thing that's fucking with the screeching and the
screaming and the noise. The men fled separately through.
Of course, they fucking scattered.
Right.
They're like, every man for himself, motherfuckers.
Through the darkened woods, with Phillips soon finding safety behind a tree.
That's not
safety.
Anyway.
It wasn't long after that he spotted the wild man clinging to a tree nearby, about 15 feet away. Again,
that's not safe.
Rob heard his cousin break for the hill and he followed suit. Phillips' account corresponds slightly with the initial tales of the Tennessee wild man. He was described as a stout, meaning a little bit heavier set. You know, I'm a little teapot, short and stout.
Yeah.
About 9 foot tall creature with red beady eyes and a set of claws. And
why are they always
horrible? Because beady, I think, just indicates not up to any good.
Beady eyes, set of claws.
And a horrible, pervasive stink that Phillips compared to the stench of a dead animal.
Okay.
It's unlikely that the Tennessee wild man has lived almost 150 years in the Tennessee mountains.
Could have, though.
However, I mean, it may be assumed then that more than one of these creatures exist. They could be breeding. Maybe that's why they're snatching up women. Who knows? But anyway, or it could be that the creature sighting in the Bee Cliffs area is something else entirely. It wasn't only Tennessee that this creature was sighted in, since some reports also came from Kentucky.
So that's it for tonight. Jeremy, right? Jeremy. Can't wait to meet you, dude. But the next episode, we're going to start with the Grassman from the Ohio region. And he is another Bigfoot. So that's what we're starting with the next one. Thank you for joining us. Hope you've had fun. We certainly have.
Yes. And this research has been really interesting.
It's really fucking interesting. I mean, we're going to do a Scotland cryptids.
Yes.
Because the Appalachians go. So if the Appalachians are full of shit, not full of shit, but full of stuff.
Uh-huh. Then the Scotland
What are
Highlands
the
would have to
odds
be,
that this, yeah,
I mean, especially if they're connected.
especially?
Uh, Especially if they're connected.
Uh, that's not what you said.
Okay.
I thought I was the only one with
But
syllabic
also,
issues.
we are going to be getting into the actual Bigfoot. And
Well, isn't that Oregon?
no,
Or
that's
like,
Texas. Texas is the one that the actual Sasquatch Bigfoot came up in.
really?
Yes.
I did not know. I thought it was like the Northwest.
Well, it actually kind of it's one
So
of
it
the
has territory.
yes, it has territories. But we're
Just like
also
all of these are probably the same creature or the
yeah,
same species of creature.
but different territories.
Right.
But also in Texas, we are going to be discussing the chupacabra.
Mm.
Um and we do still have to get into aliens.
What?
Not in this, but the
What?
that documentary.
You're going to have to remind me.
Okay.
Sorry. And you totally threw me. I was going to say something else, and now I just don't fucking remember.
I'm sorry.
No, you didn't. Um, wow. I totally, when you said aliens, everything else just went boop, gone. Oh, so yeah, that's how I remember things. So we've done a couple book reviews.
Oh, yes.
And you guys have sat through them patiently, maybe laughed, maybe be like, what the fuck? But
or maybe you went and ordered the books.
yeah, we were asked by the publishing company
Cross Crow Books.
Cross Crow Books to do 3 more books.
Yes. So we will have those coming up
We're
in the future.
It just literally within 24 hours, maybe 36, occurred.
Yes.
So still working out logistics, whether the authors want to come on with us or if we're just going to read the books and talk about it. And they need to send us, we're not doing digital copies, right? They're sending us the books.
Well, they said they would send us the books.
Did you clarify?
I did not.
But you can.
I can, yes. I was just excited about the opportunity to go over 3 more books.
It is awesome.
One of which talks about Atlantis.
That is awesome. However, we already know digital doesn't work for us. And I'm not okay with doing the Uno reverse. We're doing a review. We should get paid, not pay them to get the book to do the review. I don't mind doing the review for free, but send us the book.
Okay.
So maybe you just clarify that.
Okay.
But yeah, we got 3 more.
Yes.
Jack O'Neill with 2 L's.
So yes, 3 new book reviews, possible interviews with the authors coming up. One about Hearn the Hunter, one about the history of Atlantis, through literature and documented history.
So this is almost, I mean, so that book would be kind of like a historical record.
Mm-hmm.
Based on what we have.
Based on what we have. Yes, based on what we have and what we know. Okay. And then the other one, I do not remember off the top of my head. So let me just check real quick. Oh, Yes, it's called Fool Me, Tricksters and Their Stories. So it's basically
Oh,
like
Loki.
mythology and history of the various trickster deities.
There's a trickster in every group.
There
Yeah,
is. So yeah,
that would be fun.
one of them is about that. One of them is Atlantis Through Time, and then Her the Hunter. Um, so I'm excited about this. New books for us to cover for you guys.
She's excited about getting new books. Anyway, thank you for joining us. Hope you've enjoyed it, and we'll see you again soon.
Yes.
Peace out.
Peace out, witches. Take care of yourselves. Take care of each other. We love you. We can't wait to see you again. Quit biting me, Jack. Peace.
Peace.